What's up, people? One more time, another video today, man. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, hold on, let me close off the restroom for the studio. So we are in the studio, and there is a restroom for the studio. Okay, am I looking svelte? Is it okay? Don't worry about that, I got that. Anyway, how's your boy RaJuR Really Cool back from a couple of places. There's gonna be a couple of videos. I'm putting up 3 videos. This is another video. And this will probably be up for the I have a controversial video that's gonna be put up. I'm gonna upload that to YouTube. Then I have another video that I went somewhere to check out some things. That's another video I got to like put over. I got to transfer that out of my phone and all that good stuff. So that'll be the other one, and then it'll be this video. This will probably be uploaded before I do the one out of my phone because it's the phone I got to transfer it. Probably I can import it here into. I don't know if it's that import or not into QuickTime. I don't know if I can import it. Probably not. So, but we'll see. I'll probably have to put it in the iMovie and then get it to work. So that'll be my other video for the other spot I went to. But right now, right at this time, we got a box we got to crack. Just came back to get a box that we got to crack. All right? Oh, it's your boy RaJuR Really Cool. Hope y'all having a good day today. Here, Philly is raining. I'm off work, yo. But I will be working tomorrow some overtime. Lord willing, so, you know, we're going to do that. So while I got the day off, I got to make a couple other visits. I just came from Cherry Hill to pick up a little something from, again, Macys Fine Jewelry. And been you know, scouting this out along with another piece I had. So now I'm back to talk to you about it and to show it to you, okay? So if you don't mind, I'm going to show you the rest of the pieces too. And then this is probably going to be it for my watches for a minute. I think I'm going to relax after this. It's almost like the same as smell goods and fragrances. You know, unless something really crazy come up. You know, like how this came up out of nowhere. You know, so now I got this. But I wear this along when I wear my regular watches. As you can see, there's nothing on the arm because I had to pick something up. So let's talk about what I picked up. Come on, y'all. RaJuR Really Cool. Holla at your boy 100. Keeping it real for the average folk. Trying to let you know you work hard. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. If you work hard, do a little overtime, kind of save your duckies here and there, maybe overspend here and there, but you know, you try to work it out, you might have to move a couple of this, a couple of that to make things move, then you can do the same thing. Dress well, live well, eat well, buy a couple of things. And you know, I save a lot of money on just on my food alone, because I don't eat out. I don't spend like, on the average, like most people may spend $10 a day eating. So that's $50 a week. Imagine you spending $50 a week for a month. That's $200 a month. I don't eat like that anymore because I don't eat out. From time to time, I might eat out with my woman, my lady, my missus. I might eat out with her, you know, but we split the bill from time to time. But we don't eat out every week. We don't go out and eat $40 every week. You know, we may not eat out all week. We may eat, you know, we may go to IHOP on a Sunday if I have Sunday off. So I'm saving a whole bunch of money just on food alone by being a vegetarian and a pescatarian. Pescatarian means at times you eat fish. Vegetarian means you eat nothing with a central nervous system. So you can mingle them, co-intermingle, whatever, you know what I mean? There's no central nervous system in fish, as far as I know. So that makes you a pescatarian. If there is, I'm still not eating meat, so it'll make a difference. So I save money just on food alone by eating NutriBlast, just get my fruit. I'm not spending money on lunch. I'm not spending money on dinner. Taking that money, flipping it on other stuff like ties, shirts, braces. That's what we do. Holla at your boy 100. Spend it wisely. Get it together. What? Now let's move on. People say they like when I do other things except sit up here and talk about stuff like I'm a stuffy guy. Like, and you know, we have this. And we have that, you know, and now we're gonna smell this fragrance right here. And speaking of fragrances, again to my people at Oud Alif, Shay and Blue, Emily, thank you. Dom, the co-founder, thank you very much. The emails, all the good stuff, thank you very much. I wore it again today because it smells great. I mean, you can just smell the oud lightly in this. The rest of it, sweet chocolate cacao with a little pinch of this, a little pinch of that, maybe some patchouli. I still don't know what it is because it don't matter. I don't even care what the notes are. It's banging. Oud Alif, get some of that. Today, what I'm going to pick up, yep, another one. Another Hamilton. Model number H32515155. This will come from the View Viewmatic series of watches. Okay, there are a couple of Viewmatic series of watches. I got the one. I was gonna try to get the one with the blue dials, but after I thought about it, I really didn't want the one with the blue dials. It does look nice though. The blue dials look nice, but I didn't get the one with the blue dials. I got the standard dial, which is the silver dial. Silver bracelet. Come on, just open it up. As you know, Hamilton boxes. So if you who don't know about Hamilton boxes, it comes in a nice big juicy box like this. Okay, open it up. You may have seen from the other video with the other watch, the XWing. You know, same thing, same box. There's no difference. And when you open up the box, here on the bottom you have a book. Okay, it's like Tissot is the same way. Tissot have a different presentation, but they had a book on the bottom. Then inside Tissot, if you open it up, there's a couple other departments or compartments for other literature for you to check out. So here's the book. Here's the card. I bought it from an authorized dealer. All right. Here's the SKU and the price. Just in case you have any problems. Keep the book locked away. If you have any problems with the watch, 2-year warranty. You got everything you need. Okay. We're gonna put that back in there. Once again, the name of this watch, it comes from the Viewmatic series. The Viewmatic series. And I was gonna get this watch initially before I picked up the XWing. I was gonna get 2 watches instead of the XWing. I was gonna get the Viewmatic, which is this one, and I was gonna pick up the other, both are Jazzmaster Viewmatic, and I was gonna pick up another Jazzmaster, but it wasn't the Viewmatic, but it was a Jazzmaster. I forgot the model, and but I ended up getting the XWing in this instead. Okay, a little bit more money, but you know, hey, I'm just going to work harder, and beg, and try to borrow some money for some people. All right, know what I mean? Because hey. But you gotta do sometimes. Caliber 2824-2. That's the movement for this watch, which is called the Hamilton Viewmatic. As you can see, I have silver hands, silver dial. There's one with blue hands, and you get close, you can see the detail. Not sure about the lume on this. I'm sure there is a little bit of lume going on. I mean, the lume probably just going to be on the hands themselves, not around the dial. This is another bracelet. I only have one other watch with a bracelet. I'll show you that soon when we go to the other watches. But this is my other bracelet. What I liked about this bracelet was I knew it wasn't going to be pulling my hairs like the other bracelet. I had to have it sized. I sized it before I went to pick it up. That's why I had to wait to pick it up. I had to have it sized and went out and got sized and all that good stuff. Receipt and the tag is inside too, which is the model, price. You don't need to see that. It's none of your business. And that right there. So I didn't pay full price because, you know, I just didn't. But it's from an authorized dealer. You saw the card and everything. If you buy a watch that doesn't come with the card, not from an authorized dealer, that means the warranty is taken care of by somebody else. I think if you buy like off Amazon, Amazon is not an authorized dealer. They, you know, some people call it gray market. You get it well below the price, but the watch warranty is handled by another company called Assurion, and they'll take care of everything for you. And they also handle phones and all that stuff as well. I think if you buy a phone from T-Mobile, they use Assurion too for your insurance. And a couple other things I have some other policies that use Assurion. So Assurion, I guess, is a big insurance policy for things other than your car or your house, all right? Stuff like this. So anyway, if you look at it real close, there inside, you probably really can't see it. That's what you can't really appreciate about this watch. You have to see the picture. Inside, where it says Viewmatic, there's another circle thing going on inside there. And that's what really gives it like a three-dimensional. It's like a three-dimensional look. See that circle inside there? And then you got the outside digits on the outside. These are your seconds going around the outside. Inside the bezel and outside of your main numerals. All you have is a 12, 3, 6, and 9, and you have a date, not a day, okay? The other one I was going to get was going to be a date day, which is going to be on top. It was going to be the date and the day, similar to my up around the top. But it was too close to looking like my the Hamilton khaki, so I didn't get it. And also, it was a leather band. I just want to get away from leather bands. I wanted to watch it was already with the bracelet. If I want to change this out, I think I could, but I don't want to. The bracelet is perfectly rounded, and that's what I like about it. It's just rounded. You can see it almost like an oyster shell, oyster type thing, but it's not an oyster, of course. You know what I mean? It's not like an oyster perpetual. As you can see, there's an open back there with all the tools. are working. Already rounded up real good. Let's see. Let me see if I open it up and let you see it more. Just push button clasp, pad out, open up. And see if you can see that movement back there. It's automatic movement. Has Hamilton written on the balancer. As you can see, it's still covered up in plastic. I usually leave that on so it comes off. Plastic on this as well, I think. I leave it on until it's on. Like I said, I had it sized already. You can see the roundness of it. It's just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful watch. So for you guys who are getting into watches, if you don't get into watches, there's nothing wrong with a Seiko, and there's nothing wrong with a Bulova, because they both make very expensive watches, believe it or not. They make entry line watches that you may see, around and everything. But Seiko makes a Grand Seiko, which is almost $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Bulova makes a $2,000, $3,000 watch as well. I think it's a Bulova Swiss automatics, of course, was part of the Bulova Swiss collection, and those watches are $2,000, $3,000 as well. So Bulova, though when you go into a store, you see I had to put it on with my bracelet there. Bulova may sell a lot of entry-level watches. So does Seiko. So does Hamilton. I mean, this watch doesn't cost as much as the $2,000 watches. But that's what it is. That's how I do. All right. Still got that. I think that ain't nobody calling me. I got people. I gotta see how much battery life I have on this, because I haven't really been using it. I still got 59% left, so still more than half. You see it light up with my baby right there. Got that set up, holler at your boy, then it goes to sleep. It works on motion. Comes on once you move your arm. All right, enough about that. Back to the Hamilton. So if you get into watches, I'm going to tell you. Some people will tell you one thing: save up money and get something a little bit more. Save up money and get a Rolex. Entry-level Rolex is $5,000. So let's not even do that. Save up your money and get a Tudor, which is made by Rolex. Okay, but you're still talking about $2,000. Now I have to admit, most of the watches I've bought over the last month equal up to $2,000 or more. But I wanted variety. I didn't want to just buy one watch. I didn't want to buy just a diver's watch. So I buy Longines. Longines have affordable watches starting at $1,300. You can buy them because you don't have to pay that much, depending on where you get them from. You can also dealer, work it down, wait for a sale, whatever. But nevertheless, I wanted variety. I wanted to be able to throw this on one day when I'm wearing a suit or whatever. If I want that, I can grab another one, throw that on. If I'm feeling sporty, throw that on, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't want to buy just one watch for all occasions. So I didn't go that way. So for those who get into the watches, if you want to save $500, $600. You get to a Hamilton for like $600. You get to a Tissot, not an automatic now. Oh man, my tie be tripping. This is another tie, by the way. It's a different tie from this morning. Still the same shirt. Let me get together. It keeps bothering me the way it's looking. Okay. Because I'm going to have it all the way up to the top. I know, y'all. I'm so anal, man. It's ridiculous. I ain't never cool. All right, so anyway, $500, $600, you can get to a Quartz Tissot, which is a great watch company, also owned by the Swatch Group. Hamilton owned by the Swatch Group. RaJuR owned by the Swatch Group. Raymond Wild not owned by the Swatch Group. Longines, I think it's the Swatch Group. Swatch Group owns a lot of high-end watches that make low to high-end watches. So if you want a really good watch with automatic movement, you can even buy a Seiko 5. Seiko 5 is a good watch. You know what I mean? And you don't spend nowhere near $500, $600. Has an automatic movement. It's not as detailed as these watches, but it's still an automatic watch. You still got to wind it up. You still got to put on a watch winder and keep it wound or wear it. The movement of your arm keeps it moving. It's not your totally accurate watch because it is automatic watch. So, it has a sweeping hand that continually moves. It's not a digital quartz. I'll be trying to work out this camera. The hand sweeps. It doesn't go tick, tick, tick. Except for Bulova has a Precision series where the hand moves like this on the chronograph. So, but anyway, automatic watch takes a little bit of time. You have to have it serviced from time to time. A quartz watch, bam, pop a battery in there, join up and run it. That's what that is, okay? Oh man, hold up. I'll be right back. I gotta. No, do I really? No, I don't feel like getting up. So I gotta get ready to get up. All right, so now let's go through the watches real quick. So this is the newest acquisition once again, the Hamilton Viewmaster. And like I said, the reference is open case back, automatic. The lug width is 18 millimeter. The face width or the bezel width is 37 millimeter. So it's not small on my arm at all because I have skinny wrists. But I have a bigger watch that's 44 millimeters, so it all depends on what you want to wear. Sapphire crystal, as always, with all Hamilton watches. Water resistance is 5 bars, 50 meters, 73 psi, or 164 feet. You don't want to go diving in the pool or anything with this watch on. It's not that kind of watch. Stainless steel all the way around. Again, the movement is the 2824-2 if you want to know about movements. And of course, the model number again, H. And my model number is 325. I mentioned already, 55155, something like that. Okay. So now, with that being said, we're gonna wear this today. So we're gonna pack it up, leave it out. So I put the manual back in. The manual is back in the bottom. We're gonna put her up. And now, like I said, because this probably is the last watch I'm gonna have for a while, I'll go over what I've collected in the last month. I think I've done all these probably the last month and a half. Some of them I already had, some of them I didn't. So basically, let me bring the box over here. I can just leave the box there. I'll leave the box there and I'll take them out. I'm not going to take them off the spindle, off the winder. I'm going to take them out. Here's the Seiko 5, which is an automatic watch. The hand sweeps. It's not a quartz watch. And see, it's on time because it's been on the winder. So I just from time to time I'll wind it up some more. Now the date is wrong, so I'm going to have to pull this out and get the date right. It's the 3rd. And the thing about automatics is you really got to make sure you get the dates and everything right. All right, so it's 2:15. I push one in. I want to make sure I get this date. One way you turn it is the day. Another way you turn it is the date. So now that I messed up, I got to turn this all the way back around to it says Wednesday. Saturday, Sunday, Dom, Monday, something Tuesday, and Mar Wednesday. And y'all know I messed it up again, so I'm going to go back around Thursday, Tuesday. Unbelievable. Friday. I know I'm wasting a whole bunch of y'all time doing this, but I just want to make sure it's right before I put it back on the winder. So today is Wednesday, got you? And now you spin it the other way, and you have your date. Today is the 3rd. Then all you got to do that, usually you have to wind it all the way through to make sure that when it turns 12 o'clock, it's going to spin to 4. And it's not going to spin at 12 p.m. instead of, but I'll do that later. So this is the Seiko 5 automatic watch. You can see very nice. Had a Hamilton almost like this gold tone inside and chrome. I mean stainless steel everywhere else. Just the other watch that I have that's a bracelet. Okay. Actually, I have another one as well. That's Seiko 5. Okay, we have one of the first that no, actually that's not the first that I picked up, but we'll bring this out anyway. And this is a Hamilton day and date. And this will run a little bit fast. It's only 2:15, 2:16. This is almost 2:19 already. So you're going to pull this out and pull it back, put it on time. Yes, that's what happens to these watches, y'all. You got to stay up on them. And the thing about this, it has some nice pins on the end of the dial. Really sharp pins. So I'm going to set this. And this is different. Depending on what watch you get. If you go this way, it sets the hands go this way. Or the other way, it goes the other way. It's just different the way you do them. Just spin them the way you have to spin them to set the time. That's all I have to say. All right, so I'm going to spin that, pop it back in, and put a good wind on it. Okay? But, like I said, y'all, some of these run a little bit fast. You know, some of them run slow because they are automatic mechanisms. They are not quartz. All right? But it's nothing like having automatic watches. You just invest in a winder, and you're good to go, okay? All right? Okay. As y'all see it close up, you see the minute hand spinning has a white tip. Now see it? And then the other hands are called stick tips. I call them stick tips. You can see the day up top and the date. That's why I didn't get the other chrome, the stainless steel watch with the day and date, because it was different, but it still had the day and date on top. I just wanted something totally different, okay? Like I said, I don't want anything to look the same. All right, I almost knocked the sound off there. Pushing down too hard on the box. Next, y'all know is my baby, my XWing. I just picked that up recently. I gotta wait for the mixers got to recycle. Sometimes they cut themselves off because I don't really give them enough exercise. All right, and that's the XWing, another Hamilton. So I have 3 Hamiltons now. And again, this is a chronograph, so you know you can't see. The minute hand is right there on the side. See it? See it moving? Right under the 2. That's the minute hand because it's a chronograph. All right, see it going around? Okay, under the 2. See it, the little dial? That's the minute hand. And of course, the winder is on the opposite side because if you're a pilot, you're right-handed, you need to be able to get to these dials like this. You don't want to be doing like this with these dials. Like I said, it's aviation watch, and it's really used for aviation, for crosswinds. That's why it's called the XWing, to kind of calculate crosswinds and all that stuff. On the back, it's open, like I said, open automatic movement, half open back. All right. Gonna put that one up. Hopefully you won't cut the music off again. All right, anyway. Next we have, this is a Seiko. I just picked this one up. This is automatic as well. And again, it's running fast. It's 219. There's already 222 on this. So we're gonna reset it. At least the day and the date is fine. Spin it up, wind it up. Make sure you got a nice wind. See, I didn't know how much I had to wind these up. I didn't know. And some of your better watches, when you wind them up, your automatics, you don't have to worry about winding them up too much because the hand will disengage. The winder will disengage. So it's starting to get tight now. So I mean, I ain't had nowhere to have this thing really wound up. But because it's on the winder, when I decide I want to wear it, then it's just gonna have to just wind it and set the time maybe again. I'm gonna try to wear, like I said, one every day. Or at least one every 2 days because I have my favorites. This is a Seiko. Y'all saw this before. SNKN02. This is part of the RaJuR series. Gold accented with a leather belt, a leather bracelet. Really nice watch. Okay. This is the watch that popped my cherry into the game. And this is not even an automatic watch. And this is not even on time. This will be 12:20. And this is a quartz watch. As you can see the hand going tick, 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 tick. The Tissot 1853 series, this is called the traditional. And we're going to set this so it's on time. Because it's supposed to be on time. No winding necessary on a quartz watch. You just go ahead on and you bada bing, bada boom, and pop it on. You ain't got to worry about winding it being off time, whatever. That's what it do. It's not an automatic movement on the back. You know, it's still got the thing back there. It's a closed back because it's not an automatic movement. Some automatic movements have closed backs, like long jeans. Some of those you can't see the back. Some I think Rolexes don't have open backs either. Some fake Rolexes have open backs. I had a man who bought a fake one. He didn't know. My man, who was a watch collector, knew it. He told him, man, give me the model. That's not an open back. He had a Rolex with open back. They weren't supposed to have open back, but that's what happens. All right, so it's Tissot 1853 traditional. That was kind of got me into luxury watches. It's not a very expensive watch, but it's expensive for most people. But there's some people who spend $300-$400, especially now around the holiday time, for a Seiko or something. Buy you a Tissot. Grab you a Hamilton. There are different style watches. Hamilton are like, you know, they kind of like, I don't know, they call them khakis. Most of the watches called khakis. Some are called Jazz Masters, which are a little bit more exquisite. Your khakis, like these watches with these bands, are a little bit more specific, like sports or pilot or aviator or military, army. They have different ranges of their watches, okay? All right, now we go to the watches I've already had. And this is a Nautica diver's watch. You gotta unscrew the dial before you can set anything. That's a Nautica's diver. I had a Spiegel or Spidel band put on here because my other band broke. It was actually a white band on here with a blue face. But the white band got really, really dirty. Then it popped, so I got rid of it. Next we have a Mark Echo. A lot of people like this watch. Of course, a quartz. And again, not on time. But I set the day and everything on here, I think. No, I didn't. It is not the 22nd. Okay? And it's like a fake chronograph. Because you press these buttons on here. You press these buttons, I don't see them doing anything. It's supposed to be a chronograph, but I don't know how much I paid for this. But it, you know, it's kind of detailed. Got the Mark Echo emblem on the crown and whatever. And like I said, it's a little off. Let's see, that's the day. Let's see, you put it in, one click out. Also, that's crazy. One click out is handling the hour hand. Another click is handling the minute hand. What kind of mess is that? I have no idea what's going on with this watch. What time is it? 2? Wow, that's crazy. One click handled the hour. One handled the minute. I don't even know how to do the date or the day. I don't know. Anyway, Mark Echo. Here's an oldie but goodie. I bought this some time ago, long time ago, from Macys. And this is one of those watches that was like about 300 bucks. Chronograph. I reset everything on here. I reshot the, what they call that, the EMOS, the CMOS on it. Make sure everything was cool. Everything works on this watch. The chronograph, everything works on this watch. I lost a screw on the top and the bottom for this. Steel bracelet, like it says, my other bracelet. Seiko on the bracelet. And I think this was around $400 back in the day. I spent like maybe $3 because it was on sale, one of them super Macys sales, like family and friends or something like that. So I had this one for a while. And the other Seiko is back in my case. That's the one I bought back in 82, 81, maybe 80. That's back in the case. That's 34 years old. I'll put that back in the case with the fragrances. All right. Last but not least, work watches. My free swatch that somebody just laid down in the mail room and said free stuff. So I took the watch. These watches are actually from Nordstrom. These are what I usually wear for work. They're Nordstrom watches. And of course, this one says 244. I have no idea. I think these watches are getting upset because I'm not wearing. Oh, there we go. 226. And they glow in the dark. See what I'm saying? And here's an orange one. So one color, I had a black one too. I gave it away. The orange one is because I work on an orange line for Scepter. And this is the color of my vest when I want to switch it up. So these two right here, this is military time, 1425, and this one's regular time. Alright? And last but not least, another freebie that someone threw away at Applebee's, and it was just sitting down there. It's not a true chronograph. There's arrows in those dials on the chronograph, but they don't work. Because there's not even a chronograph thing to push to make those buttons work. It's a fake watch. Somebody probably left it there. It wasn't working when I picked it up. I brought it home, put a bang on it with a hammer, and it started working. No name. Okay? But the bezel spins. Woohoo! Look at that. The bezel spins. Alrighty then. Yeah, and it's keeping pretty accurate time. I had this for about 3-4 months when I was in Jersey. Went out to eat. Yellow watch. There's some of the beetle watch, you know what I mean? But now I really don't wear it that much. I might give a couple of these to my nephew. Not the yellow one, though. I'll keep the yellow. I don't want him walking around with a yellow watch. My nephew ain't into fashion like that. I just took him over with a couple pair of shoes that I'm not going to wear anymore, and some hoodies and some shirts. Now that I'm coming up a little bit, you know, before I give it to the Goodwill, you know, if he can't fit the stuff, then I'm bringing it home and I'm taking it to Goodwill. So actually I'm going to the Goodwill in a couple of minutes when I get ready to go up to Willow Grove Mall. Drop off some stuff at the Goodwill and take a look around, see what they got. So that's it. There's all my watches. That's all I have. And again, there's 2 spaces left in a winder. One is for this, which is not a wind watch. I decided to keep this. This is my Samsung Gear S watch / phone. And of course, the newbie, the Viewmaster. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around and listening and checking it out. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope it makes you enthusiastic about, you know, maybe getting a better watch someday if you don't already have them. For those who already have better watches and wearing Rolexes and Breitlings and IWCs and Tudors and you name it, y'all guys wearing watches, congratulations. Maybe one day I'll buy one of them watches when I can afford them. In the meantime, I'll stay here with the affordable stuff. Know what I mean? That looks decent, affordable, and still very reliable. Hamilton, thank you very much. I'm glad somebody turned me on to Hamilton as well. These are watches that I'll keep unless circumstances become a little tight. But anyway, no, we're going to try to do that. Holla at your boy, RaJuR. Cool, I'm out. Holla at your boy. Talk to y'all later. I get ready to upload these 2 videos. Once again, the other video is a shocker video. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just my personal point of view. Take it, leave it, whatever. I don't want a lot of hate mail. It's just a point of view, all right? We'll talk about that later. I'm out. Let me push this button right about where somewhere.